I'm asking myself, yo, how do you feel about this? They fucking you up. How do you feel about that? I mean, obviously it don't feel good, but like, you know, can you control any of that? What's happening right now? Nah, I can't control none of that. No. Did you ever come down here to this fucking beat machine right here, make a beat, write a song so that people that you never met in your life, or even if you met them in your life, would say great things about you at all times? Is that why you actually came down here and did that?
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, you know, I'm talking to myself. It's like, nah, that's not why I did this. Okay, why did you start doing this shit in the first place? Why did you walk down those steps right there? Thank God my parents let me like play this shit loud. I used to have these speakers loud as fuck. Make a beat on this beat machine. Why did you do that? And why did you sit here and write your first songs and your first raps? Album and trying to figure out like maybe what could start Diss 39. He was like, yo, it could be maybe Magnus, but he's like, yo, I just feel like we need like a harder second half, like, because I know you don't like that other second half. I'm like, yo, I did write this shit the other day. Let me play it for you. I think I had a voice note or something that I recorded, and I played it for him. Mind you, I almost never even played this for him. You know what I mean? No lie. I'm so glad that these conversations happen. And this be God. Like, I promise you, so many moments of the album were like this, where it's like, oh, if you didn't have that conversation, or if you didn't wait an extra week to do this, you would have missed out on that song. So I just thought about when he said that. I'm like, oh, yo, I did do this shit the other day over this vinyls beat. Like, let me play it for you. I played him a voice note. And he was like, nigga, what? You know what I mean? He was like, nigga, you just had that? I'm like, yeah, I just did it when I went to New York. Like, I was working with vinyls, I wrote this shit. He was like, nah, bro, that's it. Like, so I went and recorded it. And I'm like, at that point, I'm like, please work. You know what I mean? In my mind, I'm feeling like it's gonna work. I'm feeling like it's the missing piece that we've been waiting. At a certain point, you know, I was just like, oh shit, I have all the, I was the opposite. I was cutting too many songs that I've loved and felt passionate about. I'm like, yo, nah, this shit don't make sense. Like, that's the fall off too, though. Like, that reaches the bar. Like, that's got to be there. And eventually I was just like, yo, I think there's two stories being told, and I think this is a double disc project. And I see it, because I think you asked earlier, like, when that concept for Disc 29, when this was a 15-song album, the concept was always in line with Disc 29's concept, which was like, yo, it was a trip back home at the height of fame, and I'm dealing with X, Y, and Z, but it was not as microscopic, super hyper focused. It was more interpretive, like how Forest Hill Drive is. Like, I see the story in Forest Hill Drive. Like, I see what's happening. I don't know if anybody else does, and I don't even give a fuck, but I see like the movie in my mind. But I'm not judging myself or anybody else for what they do. But I'm not comfortable playing my favorite songs around my kids yet, because the content, you know what I mean, is sexual, is violent, is boom, boom. I don't want nobody.
Same. That's why it's so hard when albums drop on Friday and I have to have an opinion Monday.
Yes.
When am I supposed to do that with two little kids running around?
There you go.
You know, it's stressful. But
so I found myself, not to cut you off, but I found myself in a place where music hadn't been an active part of my daily life like it was before I had kids.
I heard that and I Love Her Again.
There you go. That was my life. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't realize that, like, yo, I was so distant from it. And once I came back to it intentionally, and I started taking these, like, you know, 4-day trips to get some solitude, because that's another thing I learned in that experience. It's like, oh shit, I should know this by now because I've been doing it so long. But I realized, like, yo, I'm lethal and at my best, period. You know, I'm picking my snare drums. Is this a hit snare drum? I'm writing my lines. Like, is this line gonna work in a club or at a show? It's like, it was the worst. So I had a rule: no social media and no. And when you make it, it's got to be from a pure place. So that was the first time I got it right. So I've delicately balanced that and maintained that. There's been times in the past few years where it's like I might lean back and like poke my head more, and every time it feels disgusting. Like, it feels nasty. It's like, oh God, like, I hate how I feel right now, just even reading 3 minutes of that. You know what I mean? So, like, I just kind of stay away. The only thing is my most used app is YouTube. So, like, they've turned YouTube into, oh, no disrespect to y'all, you know, outside of.
This will be on YouTube, don't worry.
All right, cool. But, you know, the only thing is they turn YouTube kind of into like a social media feed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I love to watch a good video on YouTube. You know what I mean? I'm asking myself, yo, how do you feel about this? They fucking you up. How do you feel about that? I mean, obviously it don't feel good, but like, you know, can you control any of that? What's happening right now? Nah, I can't control none of that. No. Did you ever come down here to this fucking beat machine right here, make a beat, write a song so that people that you never met in your life, or even if you met them in your life, would say great things about you at all times? Is that why you actually came down here and did that?
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, you know, I'm talking to myself. It's like, nah, that's not why I did this. Okay, why did you start doing this shit in the first place? Why did you walk down those steps right there? Thank God my parents let me like play this shit loud. I used to have these speakers loud as fuck. Make a beat on this beat machine. Why did you do that? And why did you sit here and write your first songs and your first raps? Me and my man said used to sit right in this room and write on Friday nights. We just come down here and just write. Why did you do that? I did it because I loved it. Like I genuinely like fell in love with it. Spiritually. Like, you know, if I'm in that place, I got it. You know what I mean? I'm following me. I'm never putting on that outfit in the first place because I would know that it doesn't resonate. And I'm so in tune with myself that I know that like, yo, that shit feels, I wouldn't even put it on because I could feel it when I take it off the hanger that this shit don't feel like me. You know what I mean? But if I'm in a bad place, I might throw that on, you know what I mean? Like, and I'm not even really paying attention to how I'm actually feeling. So if I'm in a good place, you know, I feel like, honestly, I don't even really need opinions or help. There are times when I'm maybe not in a great place. Like, and mind you, me being in a great place don't mean I'm fucked up on drugs, boom, boom, but it just might be like, yo, I'm on my phone too much. Like not necessarily social media, but I might be doing this YouTube thing too much. I might be in my text too much. I might be in the sports chat too much. I had to get out the sports chat because I'm like, yo, internally, it's like, first of all, nigga, I don't even fucking know you. You know what I mean? And mind you, that's not the specific Poor Thing story, because to me, Poor Thing, mad people hit me like, yo, who you talking about in the third verse of Poor Thing? It's like, bro, that's not even really important. What's important is the emotion that I'm giving you. Really, if you really want to know the truth, I combine a bunch of niggas into that last verse, the punk bitch, to give you the emotion that I feel, and that probably a bunch of people feel when you hear somebody say something about you. You're like, it's an instant triggering feeling. And like, you know, I'm not the hardest nigga in the world, far from it, but I'm still a human and I'm still born and bred in this place where pride is like how you survive damn near. You know what I mean? Like you have to carry a sense of like defensiveness and pride just to like make it through the day, maybe unscathed. You know what I mean?
But
Or
even
make it
if
through the
you
week
carry
unscathed.
that in your